What's up Facebook? Ben Hambridge here from BodyFit Academy, and in this video I want to share with you one thing that I picked up in 2012 that really helped me transform the results that I got for myself and the results that I helped to get clients get. The tens of thousands of clients that I've helped transform the body and get results, to improve their life, to improve their energy, to get fitter, leaner, and just feel better about themselves again. So that one thing is something that I picked up in 2012 at a fitness business conference that I was attending down in Birmingham. The Biggest Loser winner was there, Kevin McLernon, I think. I probably pronounced his name wrong and butcher his name there. Kevin, the Biggest Loser winner of one of the first series. We were sitting down at the table, just having a bit of a chat, and he said one thing that really transformed the way I think about getting in shape and the way I help others think about getting in shape. This is what he said. Everybody knows that an apple is better for them than a Mars bar. And everybody knows that doing some sort of exercise, no matter what it is better for them than just sitting on the couch watching TV. It's doing it that's the key. And when you really think about that, it makes sense, right? The biggest thing that stops people getting in shape is actually doing it and being consistent with it. And that actually comes from mindset, which a lot of people really kind of sector out and isolate as just willpower, just motivation, right? A lot of people give that reason of why they can't stick to something as, I'm just not motivated. I've just not got the willpower to stick to things, whatever that plan is. Everyone knows nutrition's, the key to getting results, or you should do. And putting exercise on top really helps boost results. But in actual fact, there's something that comes before nutrition. There's something more important, and that is your motivation and your willpower. If you get that in the right place, it's much easier to stick to the nutrition and add training on top to help boost results. If you're starting from that place where you've just got little to no motivation and willpower, how long are you going to stick to a nutrition plan for? How much training are you going to actually do? Probably not much, right? You might start with all good intentions and do a couple of days worth, maybe a week, but that consistency will soon fade. So the key is to get motivation and willpower on point. Now, it's all well and good me saying that, but what does that actually mean? How the hell do you actually do that, right? How the hell do you actually get some motivation and willpower in the first place, and how do you boost it to a level where you can become pretty much almost unstoppable on your journey? So I'm going to share with you three things that can help you do that, specific actionable things to fix that, to find your motivation, to find your willpower. That's the first step of the journey. No matter what nutrition plan, no matter what training plan you end up following, this is the key to start things. So there's three little things that you can do to really get it in the right place. The first one is ask yourself some powerful, very powerful questions to really shine a spotlight on where you're at right now. And what this will do is kind of tap into emotions. I'm not going to get all hippie and woo-woo on you. It's just to tap into some emotion to kind of make you feel a bit crap, to make you want to do something about where you're at even more. A lot of people kind of already feel bad enough where they're at right now, and they kind of know they want to make a change anyway, but just asking the right questions will boost that even more. Shining a spotlight on where you're at right now, asking some powerful questions. Now, in my book, The Get Results Blueprint, I've got a bunch of different questions to kind of ignite that. I'll send it out for you pretty much for free. Just pay for the printing and the shipping. So I'll give you an example in this video right now of one of the questions that you can ask yourself, and it's very powerful. And this is just one of the questions. I think there's 9 in this book. And the question is, what is it costing you right now by being where you're at and by not being where you want to be? What is it costing you? And by the way, it doesn't have to be financial, like a financial cost. It could be, but it doesn't have to be. Is it costing you time playing with your kids because you kind of sat down and taking a back seat and letting them play because you feel like you can't keep up with them? Is it costing you time with friends and family because you're kind of avoiding those situations because how you feel about yourself? I've had clients tell me that they've avoided going swimming with the kids because they just don't feel confident. People avoiding holidays because they don't feel confident, etc., right? So what is it costing you right now to stay where you're at? And if you really think about that one question, that's one of the ones that can help fuel where you're at. And you can always expand on that as well, and not just what's it costing you now, what's it cost you in the past, and what might it cost you in the future staying where you're at right now. So the first step is shining a spotlight on where you're at. The second step is then taking the time to set some powerful goals, right? Because in the first step, you kind of feel crap. It kind of makes you create that emotion to do something about where you're at. And now we guide that emotion into an actual goal. So we're setting a powerful goal, which I won't go into in this video, but it's setting the right type of goal. And most people get it wrong. Most people set flaky goals like, I just want to feel fitter, to feel more energy, right? There's no numbers attached to that, and it's or no event attached to it. You need something specific, measurable, that you can actually know if you're on track or not, something that inspires you, something that pushes you. Again, I won't go into that. It's a whole other video and a whole other topic that. So step 2, setting the right goal. Step number 3 is accountability. And that's what a lot of people fall down on as well. Trying to do the journey on their own. And if they fail, they've got no one to answer to. If they fail, it's behind closed doors and no one will ever know, and they just end up going around this cycle of starting again. Whereas the real way to really boost your motivation and willpower, on top of shining a spotlight where you're at and setting the right goals in the first 2 steps, the third one is getting some accountability. Having other people hold you to a higher standard than what you'd hold yourself to. Surrounding yourself with others on the same mission, possibly even having a coach, which I know that's very self-serving of me saying that, but it doesn't matter who it is. It's having somebody, at least one person, I suppose the more the better, to hold you accountable to make sure that you do what you said you would do. So, hope you found this video useful. So again, quick recap. The first stage of getting in shape is to get your motivation and willpower in the right place by shining a spotlight on where you're at right now, by asking yourself some very powerful questions. The second step is to set some goals, or a goal. Step number 3 is get yourself some accountability. Hope that makes sense, and I'll speak to you soon.